I just want to thank you for being out here this morning. It's a beautiful morning, but a very sad day for all of us. We were very hopeful that we would be able to give you a more positive story at the end of today, but unfortunately, as you all know, winter passed last night. We're all devastated. Our staff are devastated. It is, well, the world is so sad to have lost an animal ambassador that has inspired us all. And her legacy will continue to live on through the work that we do. And the hospital behind us will continue to save the lives of animals and inspire others. And so we are very, very grateful for what winter brought to us. We're going to have a memorial November 20th. More details will be announced. I'm sure you're wondering what's going on right now. As you know, winter passed last night. That entire team that was coming to do this the work and help us figure out the next steps. They are all over today doing a necropsy, basically an animal autopsy to determine the cause of death, but also we want to learn, the scientists and veterinarians will learn how this very unique animal survived and was able to thrive here at the Clearwater Marine Aquarium. We want to make sure that anytime something like this occurs, that we are able to gather as much information as we possibly can in order to help us save future animals. So as you know, she was a medical marvel. A very unique animal, I think, not only because of her physical condition that inspired so many people, that given her strength and her resilience, that it touched so many lives, but as well, I think that we have learned something too as far as what we can do to be able to save and rehabilitate these animals that have this type of issue and problem. So we want to thank everyone, the entire world. I mean, you have seen what's coming out on social media and emails and so forth, just the sharing of loving and caring, and it's heartwarming. Obviously, I'm touched, our staff are touched. I think you all understand why yesterday we said we would close the aquarium today. We actually have grief counselors here today for our staff, and we're going to have a memorial in this spot. If people want to drop off photos and other memories, you'll get more details about that a little bit later. So, does anyone have any questions? Is there anything I can let you know?
For people who aren't familiar with the way the staff interacts with animals, especially dolphin, I mean, how close is that bond when they're working with, a dolphin for their entire career?
Yeah, that's one of the remarkable things about winter, but not only just winter, all the animals we have here. There are these very close bonding relationships, and there are people who have worked and taken care of winter as well as the other dolphins and animals we care for decades. So I'm sure I don't have to tell you how close you get to your own pets, and particularly the spirit and the intelligence of these animals. And as you know, we're not the typical aquarium. We're a hospital, we're a care facility, we're a rehab facility. So the animals that we keep here are not the ones that get collected like you might find in another aquarium. We're their caretakers. And so yeah, it's losing a loved one, absolutely.
What are you feeling right now? I mean, being her side, she's brought so much joy and love to hundreds of thousands of
Uh, Personally, I mean, you can probably hear it in my voice. I told you yesterday, actually, I'm a scientist, but I do get choked up. I love animals. I've been involved with animals my entire life. And when you have, they do have personalities. And so right now I feel deep sadness, like I've lost a family member, like everyone here at the aquarium. I mean, and but I also have a great deal of hope, and this is what sort of keeps us going. The personal inspiring is that, with every loss, what can we do to help that loss make a difference in the future? And that's we are absolutely committed to her legacy. And
And is there something you wish you could have done differently now looking back at it? Could have something been done to prevent
in terms of anything that could have been done differently, we did everything we knew to do. We took absolutely the, everything possible, no holds barred. And in terms of anything that we could have done differently, have no idea at this point. We'll wait to they're going to do a very, very thorough necropsy. And even with that, we'll use it as a learning opportunity.
You guys mentioned a gastrointestinal abnormality. Are you able to go into detail about that? And is it common for dolphins to experience something like this?
That gastrointestinal issue that she was having, it's not that unusual in marine mammals. In fact, Winter had it several times in the past, and we had treated it successfully in the past. This time she didn't respond to treatment, nor some very aggressive treatments that our team was very aware of. But beyond that, we consulted with experts around the country. Many of them are here today. So yes, that's it was something that was known and not particularly unusual.
And the volunteers who came out here, what are they doing now? Are they just waiting to see what results come back? Or?
Yeah, I mean, basically everyone now is grieving in their own way. At the outpouring of love and caring. I believe there were people here praying yesterday for Winter. So the volunteers, we've closed the aquarium. We've done that on purpose. We have food available here for our staff and and any volunteers, and we do have counselors as well, because we do very much feel like we lost a close family member.
Animals also grieve as well. Have you noticed any changes in behavior?
We actually, right before we came out, we were just chatting about that. Today, I guess the best way to describe it is we're giving all of her friends and our friends there as much love as we possibly can, and keeping them active. We haven't seen any changes at all.
For people around the world that have been following Winter and people that have visited, what would you say to them, in a different country, the legacy that she has here, and to try to get more people to still come and visit?
Yeah, so Winter's legacy is going to live on, not only in a virtual way as we sort of reach out, and all these people that she has touched, over these 16 years, but part of her legacy is what's behind me right now, which is going to allow us to be able to rescue and rehab and release many more animals in the future, and because our facility has more capacity than it did in the past, it allows us to be able to take in more dolphins and more animals to from rescue and rehab them. So there's still a lot to see here for people to come. And then, as you all know, we're going to be expanding even larger to be able to rehab manatees here as well. So it's going to continue to be a very thriving place for people, not only who love animals, but also who want to contribute and see what it takes to actually rescue and rehab these individuals.
You mentioned her reach is pretty far and wide. You had experts come in from across the country. Where are they coming from?
They came literally from across the country, Colorado, Chicago, and as you know, here in Florida, we have a number of facilities that have a lot of expertise there. The love and outpouring that we've gotten from people, as I said, has been remarkable. But tagged right on top of that is the outpouring of our colleagues who said, "What can we do to help?"